So, like I said, I started the video, something happened, I have to redo this video. So, I'm going to be drafting a corset top, which I will just attach to a skirt part. So, I said the measurements we are using is for 34 waist, 27, and waist 31, and the underbust is 29 inches. Okay, then the shoulder to the half length is 16 inches. So how did I get my fold? So bust divided by 4 plus sewing allowance plus that allowance. So that's what I used and got my fold. So I started placing all my measurements. So my shoulder to my waist is 16 inches. Can you see? So I draw a straight line there, an horizontal line. Then from my shoulder to my waist to my under bust is 13. I draw a straight line there. Then my shoulder to my nipple point, which is very important when you want to draft your bustier, your corset. You need to take your client's measurement from a shoulder to a nipple point and a nipple to nipple. You need to do that. The distance between our two nipple and the distance from my shoulder to a nipple point. So mine is 10. Then I've taken my shoulder measurement on this point is 7.5. Then I'm taking my armhole depth 7.5, which I'm going to trace out like so. I'm going to draw it out. Okay, so we have that now. Okay, I can see that most of the lines are not visible, so I'm going to kind of use my marker to make the lines visible. Okay, so this is my shoulder line, my armhole, then my shoulder line. This is my nipple to nipple point, shoulder to nipple point line, and this is my under bust line, and this is my waist line, which is the length of the half bodice. Okay, okay, then the next thing I'm going to do right now is to start placing on my measurement. So the first measurement we are going to be placing is our bust measurement. So our bust is 34. 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. So I have my 8.5 here. Then the next thing is our under bust measurement. Our under bust measurement is 29. So 29 divided by 4, you can use your calculator or you can use the manual style. This is 29 divided into 2. Alright, and now into 4. So what do we have? We have 7.25. So we'll place our tape rule and mark at 7.25. Then on the waistline we have 27 inches. 27 inches will give us okay 27 inches will give us 6.75. So I'm going to mark my 6.75 here. Okay, 6, so 6, so 6.5, 6.75. Then I will connect the lines together. So connect that line and connect this line also. You can see this client is not on the bigger side. Then the next thing, let me use my marker to bring the line to be visible. Okay, I'm using pencil, so the pencil is not that visible. So let me use my marker. Okay, so there's the line. Then I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement. Okay, and nipple to nipple measurement is 4 inches. So right here, this is my 4 inches nipple to nipple measurement. Okay, then I'm going to connect that together. I'll also use my marker, okay, to bring it out for us to see. So this is nipple to nipple, the distance between the two nipple. And I must emphasize that when you are taking measurement for corset or a bustier or a blouse, whatever that it has to do with yoke, and you are using a mesh, something that is transparent, that can reveal the person's cleavage, you need to ask the person, because some people don't like their cleavage to show. So you need to ask, don't just assume. So for this client, the depth of her yoke is 8.5 inches. So that's how deep she wants her yoke to be. So I'm going to mark my 8.5 here. Okay, 8.5. Okay, this is my 8.5. I'm going to draw the line, okay, here. So this one you can just write yoke. Okay, you can just write yoke. This is the yoke. So how am I going to drag the yoke? This is the depth of my yoke, this 8.5. Now we just go up here by 2.5 inch. Okay, then I will connect a slanted line to the depth of my yoke. Can you see? This is the depth of my yoke. That's it. Okay, what next am I going to do now? The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to insert this line up here. Okay, let me extend it up here. Can you see? Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is to take my dart intake. So for my dart intake, I'm going to be using 0.75 on both sides. I told you my client is not on the bigger side, so 0.75 on both sides. So this is 0.75 and this is 0.75. So to eliminate any sharp edge at this nipple point, I'm going to come down under the nipple point by half inch, then up on the nipple point I'm going to go up by half inch to eliminate any sharp edge that will make my work to look pointed. So at this moment I'm going to also mark 0.75 of an inch on the under bust on both sides. Okay, 0.75. Okay, so now I will take my curve ruler and connect that line to that half inch I come down by. Okay, so I'm not taking this curve to my nipple point. It's half inch before my nipple point. Okay, to eliminate any sharp edge. Can you see? Can you see that? So the same thing I'm going to be doing on this part. Okay, I'll come up here on the upper part. I'll mark my 0.75 also. 0.75. Okay, then 0.75. I will now connect it also, okay, to this line before the nipple point. Okay, this half inch line up before the nipple point. Okay, that's where I'll connect it to. Can you see? Now if you look at this very well, if you look at it very well, okay, there's no sharp edge. Everything is blended. There's no sharp pointed edge. Okay, because of we went up by half inch and we went down here by half inch. Before you go, this is the nipple point line, you come down by half inch, you come up by half inch to eliminate any pointed edge. So let me connect my dart leg together like so and like so. Now for the drafting of the corset proper, I'm going to mark half inch here. From my center front line, I'll mark half an inch, then I'll go down by 1 inch like so. Okay, which will help me curve my cup. So on this very under bust point too, to eliminate any sharp edge, I like to go up by um half an inch. Then that is from where I will connect my cup, my corset cup. Okay, so I'll place my curve ruler from that point. I will not allow it to touch the under bust directly, so that's what I normally do. Then I'll come here to go up by half an inch also. Okay, there, before I curve the other part of my corset cup. Now, how do I know the volume to take in here? I'm going to measure the distance between my under bust and my nipple point. So the distance is 3 inches. I'm going to add half inch. It's going to give me 3.5 inch. So I'm going to mark 3.5 inch here. Then I'll take my curve ruler, place it like this, and draw a sweet curve, okay, like this to this point. Can you see? So I've done justice to my corset. So what's the next thing I'm going to do? The next thing I'm going to do now, okay, uh I'm going to extend this line up here, like so, like so. Okay, I'm going to extend this line like so. Okay, just extend this line. Then the next thing I'm going to be doing is this now I'm cutting this out now. Okay, I'm cutting this out now. I'm going to bring it back here, so which is 1.5 of an inch. So I'm going to mark my 1.5 here. So, and then I will draw a line and extend my armhole line. Okay, then I will create my curve back, so that by the time I'm sewing back I will not have any shortage. Okay, now what next am I going to do is to add my sewing allowances. Okay, I'm going to add my sewing allowance. Okay, let me take my bust measurement again. So this is where my bust measurement is. I'm going to draw a straight line there, sorry. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to be adding my sewing allowance. So this is 0.5, that of an 0.75, which is 1.5 inch. I'll bring it back here, also here, and also here. Okay, I'll bring it back. Then at this point too, I'll mark 1.5 also. So I'll connect those lines. Okay, so remember, this corset is going to have lacing at the back, so you don't really need too much allowance to that. So I'm going to be adding 2 inches allowance. Okay, 2 inches sewing allowance to the side. Okay, since it's going to be having lacing, there's no need for too much allowance. So voila, the next thing is my round neckline. So I'm going to be using 4 inches for the width of my neckline, and I'm going to be using 4 inches also for the depth of my neckline. Okay, so here by the armhole I'm going to be using 1 inch to do my shoulder slant. Okay, so that's my shoulder slant, and then I'm going to connect the neckline together and then give it a nice curve. Okay, now I'm going to take my curve ruler and then, okay, curve my neckline. Okay, so this is my neckline. I give my neckline nice curve, and then I'm done with this, and it's going to be cut out. So this is, you can label it, this is your side front and this is your center front. Okay, CF, SF, so that you will know, you won't do mistake. So I'm going to be cutting this out. Okay, so I'll cut here like so. Okay, so this is my yoke. Okay, this is my yoke. Okay, then this is my yoke. So you can actually label this. Okay, yoke. Okay, you can actually label that like that. So yoke. Then I'm going to cut this out like so and like so. Now I'll cut this out. Okay, now we have our corset pieces ready. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut this out. Okay, to get my pieces. Okay, can you see? Then I'm going to be cutting this like so. So this part. Okay, then this like so. Okay, then this one is being trashed. Then I'll cut this one out. Can you see? So I have all my corset pieces ready. Can you see? So I'm going to be using this one to cut on my fabric. Okay, if you want more tutorials on how this is being sewn, please like, comment and share. Then I will also do this, the part one. I'm going to do the drafting of the back, okay, and post the video also. Okay, so this is a simple way of cutting your corset. Until I come your way again next time. Bye bye. This is Tassel Fashion, Home and Beauty Creation. Stay blessed and God bless you. Okay guys, we are going to be drafting the back part of this corset we've just drafted. So we are going to be drafting the back. First I take the length there, then I'm going to take the half length. Shoulder to half length is 16. So I'm going to draw my line there. Then I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. Since it's going to be lacing at the back, there is no need for zipper allowance. Okay, so my shoulder measurement is 7.5. My armhole depth is 7.5. So I'm going to connect those lines. Okay, connect the lines together. Then I'm going to come down by 1 inch from my shoulder to create my shoulder slant. So I'm going to slant my shoulder by 1 inch. Okay, then the next thing is to take my neck depth, my neck width. So my neck width is 4, while my neck depth is um 1.5 inch. I'll connect it together. So this person wants the back of this corset to be revealing. Okay, she wants it to be revealing. So the next thing I'm going to do is to curve my armhole. So let's do that. I'll place my curve like so and give my armhole a nice curve. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to be doing is to place my bust measurement. We divided the bust by 4 is 34. By 4 I have 8.5, and the waist is 27. Divide by 4 we have 6.75, which we mark it there. Then I connect the lines together like so. So I'm going to be adding just 2 inches for my seam allowance, just like we did for the front. So I'm going to connect that together. Okay, now it's time to take out the part for the lacing. So since it's going to be lacing, I'm going to take my yoke. The depth of this yoke is going to be 9 inches. So I'm going to draw my 9 inches line like so. That's the depth for my back yoke. Then I'll come up by 2 inches from my armhole depth. Then I'll take my curve ruler, okay, my curve ruler, and just create a nice curve like so at the back. Okay, I'll create a nice curve like so at the back. Then I'm going to take out my nipple to nipple measurement for the back, which will be for the lacing. So she said she wants the back open, so I'm going to be taking 4 inches out of my back so that the lacing will be visible. So I have that now. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to connect this line to form my yoke for the back. So the yoke for the back is going to be this way. So I'm going to just create a slanted line like this. So there's going to be a loop at the back for the net. There's going to be a loop at the back for the net for the yoke. So let's cut it out so that I can see. So I'm going to cut this way, this way. Okay, can you see? Then I'm cutting out my armhole. Okay, this is it. So I'm not cutting this out. Okay, I'm going to be cutting this like so. This is the part I'm going to be cutting for the back of my depth of my neckline. Can you see? This is it. This is the depth of my neckline, and this is the part we are removing for our lacing effect. So I've taken it out, and this is my half bodice. Okay, I'm taking the excess out. Okay, now I'm taking the excess out. Then I'll take out my yoke. So this is my yoke. This is my yoke for the bodice now. For the back, that's my yoke. Okay, this is my yoke. It's going to be having a button hook here. Okay, I'm going to be using skin mesh. Then this is my back for my lacing. This is where my lacing effect is going to take place. So thank you for viewing. This is the back of the corset I drafted before. So like, comment and share, and God